Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at this brand new Lego Dungeons and Dragons set. Now today we're going to get the thing unboxed, take a look at the instruction booklet, see if there's any sticker sheets, and also have a look on the Lego website to see what your insider points will get you with regards to Dungeons and Dragons merchandise, which I think currently there is still free downloads available. Then in a completely different video we'll get this thing actually built up and do a full detailed comparison with other sets that were in this Lego room. So with that being said, let's get to it. So we'll kick things off with the box artwork and also the box artwork of the giveaway that it came with. Now this is item number 6510864. These things are already going for ridiculous money. I've just come back from Birmingham Toy Fair and people are trying to sell these for £80 plus. Now this artwork on the front is all you get. It's bright yellow on the top, the bottom, and then there's just those on the back. Now if you don't know how these things work with regards to the actual cover, this is actually the instruction booklet / instruction sheet. So, what in a completely different video, I'll get this thing built up and go through in more detail for you. So, we'll move this one out of the way, and then we'll just focus on the set itself. So, it's the 50th anniversary of D&D. It's set number 21348. It's an 18 plus set, and there's 3,745 pieces. Now, the red banner this time is all to do with the Lego ideas, and obviously you've got the Lego logo in the bottom left. The box artwork on this is lovely, and seeing it in store, it is much bigger than what I first thought it was going to be with regards to the height of the tower and the size of the dragon as well. Now hopefully if I spin it around the right way, nope, the wrong way, this way, we will have the size on it. There we go. There's one of two ways it could have gone. So as you can see, hopefully through the camera, it is 41 centimeters or 16 inches in the base, and the length of it, or the height, is 48 centimeters or 19 inches tall. So you start getting your tape measure out and you think it's going to fit on your shelf, it is a very big thing. Now we just quickly spin it around to the back. These are all the different bits and pieces that you can do. You can see that it completely splits up in the bottom left. You have got this central bit just here. The top comes off, side comes off, the roof comes off on the little bar bit. That bit comes off the front and that bit's separate. Don't forget, it is a big game. Now as we come through, you've got all the little bits and pieces with regards to all of the minifigures and things like that are included, and you have got an exclusive downloadable adventure, which we will be taking a look at in a second before I open up the box. Now you can see you've got all these different bits and pieces on the back. If there's any characters that you spot, then obviously please let us know in that comment section below, and also let me know your thoughts on this set. Are you surprised by it? Do you think it's worth the money, and all that kind of thing? Now if the box is on the shelf side on, this is what you'd see. So top to bottom, Lego Dungeons and Dragons. Again, this thing here is much taller than what I thought it was going to be, and it has some really nice box artwork on the side. Then as we come all the way down to the bottom, again you can see it's Lego Ideas set number 56, and then we spin it all the way back to the front. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the box open, but before I do that, we'll jump onto the Lego website and we'll see what the current giveaways are / downloadable bits and pieces. So I'm on the Lego Insiders. I have already covered this in the haul video, but you can see now there is a difference because I've already downloaded it. It is now grayed off and it's in my profile, and there's obviously just a tick there. Now we have figured out that this thing just here, which is a free PDF download, which is this thing here, is this thing here for 2,700 points. It's just in a collectible book format. So you can see what this is. You can see all of the nice little bits and pieces that are on there. Does not come with the dice, but it does look very impressive indeed. But it does take away 2,700 points. But it is the official game booklet that transforms the Lego Ideas Dungeons and Dragons into the red dragon's tail, obviously item number 21348. So what we're about to take a look at now, DF, which is the same thing, but just not in a hardback format. So you can see you've got this beautiful front cover of the Lego Adventure. So there it is as it's just loaded. So that is the artwork in question on the front. That is exactly what you would get, obviously, in a hardback, which would look very nice on the shelf. But it is a big PDF, so it does take a little while to download. So I'll go through as quick as I can, but I still want you to enjoy all the artwork that is involved. You can see you've got the skeletons that are included in the set at the top. Then you've got the contents. You've got the 6 different scenes to go over. So you can see here you've got the Dungeons and Dragons, about the heroes. Then you've got scene 1, in plain sight, the meadow, the dungeon, the basement, the tower, and the dragon. And then obviously it tells you the different bits and pieces within this. And then you have got the Wizards of the Coast, sort of the production lead, the editor, and everybody else that is in there. So everybody that's been involved in this, congratulations to you. And then as we start to scroll down a little bit more, you then have this beautiful artwork in the bottom right-hand corner. Then we're going into the Dungeons and Dragons Red Tail. So this is all about the game. And then you've got obviously the bits and pieces about using the D&D rules or without the D&D rules. So if you are playing, if your players haven't played Dungeons and Dragons before, you can run this adventure as a storytelling experience without D&D rules. The without D&D rules section at the end of the adventure tells you how. So it is completely up to you how you want to do your own campaign and your own adventure within this set. So it is a beautiful idea and it is a good bit of fun as well. But on the left hand side you can see it's Dungeons and Dragons Red Tail, and then you've got the characters that are played. So we'll have a look at these in much greater detail with regards to the actual figures and how they look in the instruction booklets as we carry on and progress through this unboxing video. And then you've got about the heroes, and then you have got how the adventure progresses in the bottom right hand corner. I'm just waiting for it to load on my bit, but you can see scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, scene 6, which we've already covered. And I think each page then, which is what we are about to have a look at now, is that thing. So you can see scene 1 in plain sight. You've got the ground floor, you've got the back room, you've got the upper floor, and it tells you all the different bits and pieces that are there. Hopefully you'll be able to read this on your own phone and device. After if I stay there slightly long enough, it saves my throat without having to read everything out. Then scene number 2 is the meadow, and then you've got the owl bear and the different spiders, and then you've got the chest, then you've got the awakened tree, and then it comes down a little bit more. You've got the merry fleas. It is going to be quite a big build, I think. And then as it comes down a little bit more, you then have the cube, and then you've got some more bits and pieces, which I do believe there is. It says under the bridge. Then you've got oozes, and then you've got spiky ivy. Scene 3 is about the dragon, and then searching the dragon. And then as we come down, you've got this sort of ball and chain with a pan. Scene number 4 is the basement. You've got an axe trap, and then you've got some skull, and then you've got different bits and pieces with regards to the dragon's egg and the sorcery, and then the adventure's name. There's a lot to sit down and read on this. I can see how this would be nice and simple with regards to it just being in a book, but obviously you can download it on your phone, you can download it as a PDF onto your computer, do whatever it is that you want to do. And then you can see you've got the poisonous plants, you've got the basement features, and then you've got these cool different elements on here with the ring and the other bits like that. Maybe more Easter eggs for future bits and pieces that will arrive, or you might actually end up getting these with the minifigures as well. So I've not actually had a look, so we will soon find out. Then you've got the staircase, different bits of treasure. Scene 5 is the tower, and then again you've got the first floor, second floor, searching the workshop, and then the third floor is the egg chamber. Then you have this beautiful and huge dragon as well, and that is into scene 6. And then you have got some more bits and pieces about the characters and the minifigures, and you can see how they've got their almost like HP points underneath, so you can obviously pick and choose how it is that you want to do if, like you said, it's not using D&D rules, or you've got your different characters. And I do believe it does say somewhere that you have to be careful with what character you pick for what campaign you choose. But up here, look, it does say there, without D&D rules, the following system can help run the adventure without D&D rules. You can just go through, take turns, what happens on a turn, special characters, how you work out the damage, and you've got all of the other different bits and pieces there. Or you can see you've got using the different magic items, and then you've got character sheets. So you come down into the characters, you've got more different bits and pieces on there with regards to, you've got the spell attacks up at the top, and then you've got all the other little bits and pieces wrapped all the way around. And then this does carry on for all of the others. So that is the character number 2. So I'll let that load very, very quickly. He says he goes 1 too far. Hopefully it will load, because like I said, for some reason it is a huge, there it is, huge file. So it just takes ages to upload as you go through. It has been fully downloaded. Next one's on its way. So there is the fighter. Moving on to the next one, which is the orc. They all do look very, very good. So again, you can print these off. You can do whatever you want to do with it. The only, again, the advantage of having it in a book is you can obviously write on this nice and easy. The disadvantage is once the paper's full, then obviously you would have to either photocopy it or print it off. You're best off downloading the PDF as well as getting the book if you want both, and then you can obviously just use these sheets for future games. So I will now catch back up with myself and carry on unboxing this beautiful set. Right, so about to break the second, there we go, about to break the second seal, which is what I've just done. Let's have a look on the inside of this flap. So is there any box artwork whatsoever? No. Moving on to the next bit, what is on the inside? Nothing on there. Open that one up, and then obviously we've got its inner box. Now this is where it's going to get good, fun and fruity, because last time I did this I ended up dropping it all over the floor and I haven't got a different setup, so we are just going to do the same thing. So I am going to place you just here, spin it round, tip it over in front of the camera, and basically, well, we'll hope for the best, won't we? So as it comes over, are there bags behind the box? Because this is where it could go wrong, or all the bags inside the box. Don't make the same mistake I'm about to make. Not too bad, not too bad. That's getting worse. So, what do we have here? We've got a load of different bags, which we'll have a look at the instruction booklet with regards to how many bag numbers there are. But with regards to bag sizes, they don't look too bad. So the good thing is, they do look like they're bite-sized chunks, which I think what Lego's starting to do, and they did that for that amazing artwork over there. So you can just sit down and do a bag sort of 5-10 minutes at a time. Now, the next thing we need to tuck into is this inner white box. Right, let's see how much of a mess I make with this one. Let's get all these bags off, because you obviously don't want them to go missing. Now, that just happens to be bag number 1, and you can see you've got the brick separator in orange on that one. Right, let's have a quick look at the inside of this, then we can tuck into what I'm hoping a very, very nice instruction booklet. I'm interested to see how many stickers there are. So, I'll throw them down there and then play bag pick up later on. What do we have on the inside just here? Lots and lots of different bags. So if I give this a quick pour, in fact, I don't think we need to really. If I can just slide that out, we should be good. So, oh, I'll have to do it anyway. So this is how many bags are on the inside here. Let's make a mountain of them. Ooh. Just as well I did pour it. What is this? That, I do believe, is going to be the dragon's cape, or the wings, or whatever it is you want to say. So this thing looks massive. So I'm assuming it is the full size. Do not use scissors on the top. A little bit bent, but it can easily straighten off. So that is obviously to add on to the dragon for its wings, because I don't really think a dragon wears a cape. I'm sure it's the wings that'll be. And I think one of the big differences, apart from the colours of the dragon from the original ideas set to this one, is they have actually changed the colour of the dragon, and they've gone from being built wings to this sort of fabric wing as well. So let's get you back down. Let's throw these back in there very, very quickly, because I don't want to lose anything. Now we've got one big element just there, so they're always nice to see. Some of the other bags you can see, some of them are quite big, some of them are a little bit smaller. So 32 is a little bit smaller. Bag number 9 is a little bit more going on. They are out the way, safe and sound. Now the other thing that I ended up launching on the floor are all these different base plates. So we have got a load of different bits and pieces. Now the advantage of me doing it over 2 videos is that we get to have a look at this in massive detail, rather than me rushing to get it built, and then you can't really see all the bits and pieces. So you can see you've got the darker green, the lighter green, you've got the tan, you've got the slightly darker tan. So what we get to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the other side 5, 6 and 6 different base plates in there. So there's a good selection of colours in there. So obviously that is, all of that makes up, well, obviously the base and maybe the second level as well. Now, this feels very, very heavy. So is it going to be multiple instructions, or are we having just one big instruction manual? So let's have a look at what we are about to have a look at. Now, I haven't actually spoiled this for myself. I try not to. I know everybody does these kind of things. Obviously, I do a bit of research on sets that I want, but if I know that I'm going to get them quite soon, I try not to spoil it for myself. What do we have here? So this is a instruction sheet. How many do we have? Let's have a look. Let me get you into the light so you might be able to see it a little bit better. We have got, where's it starting? So that is number 1 at the top. Then we got 2, 3, number 4, 3 5s, 6, which is obviously the massive Easter egg in plain sight. So that is going to be definitely the next Lord of the Rings set. And obviously that Rivendell that is just there is absolutely beautiful. So it'll be very interesting to see what officially the next set is going to be, not just the rumours. Then you've got 7, 8 and number 9. Now what else do we have in here? So if there's only 9 stickers in here, that is good going. So that's not too bad at all. Obviously, I'll try and keep you up to date with the prints, if there is any prints in it. We've got 4 instruction booklets. So let's have a look at the first one getting out. I don't know if this is number 1, 2, 3 or 4. So you can see 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons. Spin that round. This is the artwork. Now I do believe, if I have read this correctly, that on the Lego Ideas website there was actually a competition for who had the better artwork design, and then obviously Lego then chose that for the print. So I'm assuming on the inside of this we will meet the designer of the artwork and the designer of the set. So that's another good reason to have a look at these in slightly more detail. Page number 1 is all about going from plastic to paper. Actually, these are obviously still plastic. Right, what do we have in here? Exclusive Dungeons and Dragons adventure. So in 1947, with a roll of the dice, a groundbreaking new role-playing game opened up the portal to immerse fantasy in the world unlike any game before it, to lure endless adventure, beckoning players to explore their imagination, create their own stories, game characters and rules in the real world. Form alliances and friendships with new species as they battled monsters in strange realms in the game's Dungeons and Dragons. So all players of all ages are welcome. Now it does say here, before you start playing, scan the QR code to download your copy of the exclusive adventure from our website. So I did it on the actual Lego website, but now what I'll do is I'll grab my phone just to make sure that it is the exact same thing. I'm sure it is, but let me just double check. Right, just open up the scanner on my phone. Hopefully it's simple enough. So over we go, QR code, there it is. Scan away for me, thank you very much indeed. Open, and where's it going to take us? It's going to take us just directly to the Lego website. Of course it is. So obviously then you just download it from there. So it's what I've already done and what we've already gone over on the Lego website. But at least you know that you can just use your phone and then you can just download it straight away and obviously play it with the rules and all the bits and pieces as a PDF on your phone. Right, 50 years of D&D. So you can see 50 years on, this game is still afoot. And then you've got a tribute for players by players. So in the autumn of 2022, here we go, we launched a challenge on the Lego website and invited friends to recreate their favourite D&D storylines, monsters, characters, heroes, or location using Lego bricks, elements and accessories. After a fierce fan vote, this model was selected as the winner to represent the fans' tribute to 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons. And they partnered up with the game developer Wizard of the Coast. So this is obviously all through the Lego Ideas. That's how this one came about. And then it carries on with just a little bit more on the bottom. Now we have got the Meet the Model Designer winner. So this is the gentleman that actually ended up getting through. So his name is Lucas with his original fan submission. Now you can see big differences. So if I get it up like that, so I get a little bit of the light off, the dragon is completely different to the box artwork that we've already seen. The shape is basically there or thereabouts, but you can see we've changed the colour of this, we've changed the colour of the base plates. As they do, they just submit it. Obviously, it's a basic template, basically, I guess, is how some of the Lego Ideas work. And then it gets developed into more of a, I guess, easy use for everybody all over. But this model itself does look very good as well. So let us know in the comment section below, do you prefer the darker colours of the original design, or do you prefer the much brighter colours? Now again, you've got a good selection of characters just up on there, and obviously the monster is a slightly different colour as well. But massive congratulations to Lucas, you have done a fantastic job of that. Now we come down to this bit, which I've just caught my eye. The dragon in the original submission was done as homage to the classic Legoland dragon, and the Lego Castle Dragon's Night theme from 1993. So that is based on Ollie the Dragon from all of the different Legoland parks, because as it stands right now, this version of the dragon, or slightly different version to this dragon, is included on every single dragon roller coaster ride around the world at every different Legoland park. Now, that links me straight into the different Legoland videos that I've been to. If you want to see more of the different Legoland parks around the world, the different Legoland stores and shops, head over to my Legoland playlist, because we've got them from all over the world, including Dubai, America, Billund, and of course the UK as well. So you can see, get to look inside the Lego kitchen, and then it's fair. I can completely understand where this design is now coming from, because it's even the same colour of the brickwork, and yes, it does look like it's been taken straight from the inspiration from Legoland itself. Now, moving over to the building instructions cover design winner, which I am going to try and pronounce as Yu Chun Ti. I am so sorry if you ever watched this video and I have just butchered it, but this is the winner for the instruction booklet cover, which is this thing just here. And again, that is Lucas, who has designed this set. So a massive congratulations to both of you. But it says, I thoroughly relish the creative process, brainstorming the experiment with various possibilities. I often keep an eye on the contest on the LEGO Ideas platform, where astonishing creations truly captivate me. I spent a considerable amount of time, research, and various D&D artworks to decide on a theme, and decided to adopt a relief-like form. Given the nature of the style, I had to balance between avoiding excessive realism and maintaining a clean, constant appearance. So it does look very smart. I did not see the other different bits and pieces that are on the LEGO Ideas website, but they are still, I think, available to view. Now, coming over to the next thing, gather your party and venture forth. So Jay's Toy Collection UK game will be on sooner rather than later. So it's late when you arrive at the half-empty tavern. The heat from the fireplace soothes your aching bonus. A group of your fellow travellers is already seated at the corner table. You're the one they have been waiting for. This is it. Your adventure is about to begin. And then it says, to understand Dungeons & Dragons has become this global phenomenon today. Let's start at the beginning. Playing games together as a family, as a group, or in a tournament has been every part to known culture of thousands of years. And then it just carries on. So you can see where we have released the first version of Dungeons & Dragons in 1974. And then we have got all of potentially the rules and different bits and pieces. So it says the original D&D system was inspired by the epic scope fantasy and the detailed miniatures of tabletop war games. And then you can see just this beautiful artwork as it goes through. Keep it over the top and you pause it. You might be able to read all of this if you're interested, or if you're thinking of getting this set further down the line. I do highly recommend it if you are a fan of Dungeons & Dragons. And over to the left hand side, we have then got Meet Your Monsters, and then you can see it says some of the most iconic designs in the world. Dungeons & Dragons and the monsters, from minuscule to magnificent, they all take the cunning and collaboration to beat. The light is directly on the light, and I'm trying to look through the little viewfinder as well, so hence why I am pausing. I can read kind of, but the big words do trip me up. Now you can see you've got this gorgeous artwork again with the mountains on the back. You've got all the different characters at the front, and then you've got some of the monsters up at the top. Now, I do believe we are about to have a look at some of the characters that are included. Now, don't forget, when we get to the comparison video in a couple of weeks' time, it's going to take me a little while to build this, we will go over every single one of these minifigures in huge detail. So hunt them down in the unboxing playlist, because there's plenty of other Lego sets that are within this sort of Lego room / theme park of all different comparison videos and unboxing. But we've got the skeleton, we've got the cube, we've got the owl bear for the first three. This is a cube that I do believe basically just sucks you in and doesn't let go. So take that as you will. As we come over to this side, we have the beholder. So you've got multiple eyes. You can see all of those kind of things just in there. Then you've got the displacer beast. Then we have got a mimic. Now, I did just cut myself off because I started to read this. I thought this was exactly the same as the giveaway purchase, but it's not. The giveaway purchase is to store your dice. This is a character where it mimics more intelligent than others. And then you can see they're a tough and complex creature. So it is completely different to your giveaway, because I did look at that and go, well, why have we got a chest as a giveaway? They are two completely different things. Then we have got the Cinder Owl, the Red Dragon. Cinder Owl? Yeah. We'll go with that. Let me know if that is how you do say that. But you can see dragons are powerful and spellcasters and are more intelligent than any human. And you can see you've got a really nice write-up of all the different characters on there. And it continues. So chapters from the first 50 years. So coming down, it looks like we've got a timeline. So this, you're not going to be able to see it very well because the shine on the paper is massive with these lights. But that says 1974 Dungeons and Dragons. And then obviously I'm not going to keep saying Dungeons and Dragons. This one is from 1983. There we go. And then the next one here is from 1989. Moving on to the next one, you have got the Player's Handbook, which is the 3rd edition from 2000. 2008 Player's Handbook, which is the 4th edition. And then you have got the 2014 edition just on there. And you can see all of the really, really nice artwork that this sort of instruction booklet has to offer. And don't forget, this is only the first few pages of booklet number 1. Now, meet your heroes. We have got the Dwarf Clerk. Then we're going over to the next fighter. Then you've got the Orc. And then you have got the Elf. And all 4 of these do look very, very good indeed. And it does say at the top, choose your character and your party wisely, and your riveting adventures can begin. So, very, very interesting to see exactly what's entailed with regards to the different stories that you do and how these characters can perform. But obviously, you just make it up as you go. And then you've got from niche to global phenomenon, and it carries on giving you some bits and pieces since the 1970s, going all the way through into the 1980s for more research. And then it says expand the gaming experience. D&D has inspired pop culture, and then of books, new franchise games, and then digital since the early 2000s. So this has been going and going and going. And then we get going. So you can see bag number 1, and then you add that bit in. So you're going to need a little bit of space because you have to keep these close to you. I would imagine you build the dragon right at the very, very end. Then that is your first figure that you build, and then it just tucks in. So that is actually the first bit. I did wonder how you would start. I don't know. Now I know that you actually build the outer bits first by the looks of it. There's how many pages? This doesn't feel that thick. So there's it's literally just this. So there's 124 steps just to build this one building, and then that finishes. So this is a perfect set. If I grab the others, that you can actually have 4 people building this at the same time. Each one of you would be able to build a small building. Then you'd be able to tuck into it and get going. So let me just put you back down. Let's have a quick look at these just here. So that is booklet number 1. Booklet number 2, yes. So booklet number 2, you start at bag number 6 and you build what is probably the biggest piece. So that is that huge bit, and it's just that, and then it connects to the next bit, and that is on up to page 139 for that one. And then there's your beast. Just to build the beast alone, the owl, sorry, is 26 steps. So that is booklet number 2. Booklet number 3, that feels a little bit chunkier. So we have got on a big base plate, and this is your big tall tower. So this starts at bag number 14, and then it comes all the way through to page 183. And you can see how this bit then connects into the 2 bits that you've already clipped. So if you wanted to build this quickly and you had 3 other friends, they would be able to build it alongside with you. So this could be a good building weekend for a group of people, and then you could probably get this built on, for example, Friday or a Saturday, and then play it on the Sunday. But booklet number 4 starts with the dragon. So you're going to have to keep that safe and sound. Do not get that lost. And that is obviously the massive structure of this dragon. So bag 25 starts obviously on page 3. And then we have got on this one all of the bits and pieces. Guys, this whole book, the whole booklet is just the dragon. So it's 230. That can't be right, surely. Let me double check that. No, it is. So booklet number 4 has 235 steps just for the dragon, and then the dragon gets put just on top. So that would be a very, very good build for all 4 of you to do. But after all of that, I think that is it, and I am done. So now looking at this box again, it's very, very interesting how quickly you could potentially build this up. Because like I said, that's booklet number 4. This whole big piece all the way to the ground is booklet number 3. This bit in front is number 1. And then this big piece around here is booklet number 2. So you could get together as a group and just build it all up. Now, if that is something that you are going to do, then obviously let us know in that comment section below, because it is always good fun building these larger sets with friends and family. Now, again, I think I might have missed the bit at the top. So we'll quickly have a look at the characters again at the top. So they are all the ones that we saw in the instruction booklet, but in case it was too shiny, I'll just show them off again very, very quickly. And that is the famous cube that everybody seems to really, really like. And then again, that is the giveaway purchase that I will obviously be building up first, and then there'll be a separate video for that. But guys, that is it, and I am done. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'm to catch you next one. Ta-da.